Hi, Marianne Croce here from Small Biz Vantage and the creator of 3 Day Weekend System and Coaching. And I look forward to being here each and every week on Tuesdays to do these lives. And I do them for two reasons. One of them is for you to be able to shift your perspective, your vantage of you, if you will, of your business and really turn that into your competitive edge. And the next is for you to be able to take one action item away each week and make a small shift or change in your business or maybe even the thinking around it. I find that small shifts can make a big impact, just like ripples, right? That ripple effect starts off small, but it really does make a big impact. So, I primarily work with business owners who are in the automotive or skilled trade industries, and they have teams and they want their business to stop consuming them. They don't want to feel like they have to be on all the time, and they want to help. They want to really have a life. So, what I do is I help them with what I call owner overload. So, let's start this week's topic. I come up with these topics each week just because of what happens, during the previous week or an incident, something that comes up. And I realize when I'm talking with other business owners, people that are in the industry, skilled trade, or automotive, and the challenges are very, very similar and they're very real. So, what I've noticed, and I'm curious if you've noticed this, that most businesses today are asking us to be patient. I don't even think I talked about the topic. Patience needed. That's today's topic. So, have you noticed this when you are dealing with a business? It's not necessarily your business, but have you noticed that businesses are asking you to be patient? Some, not all, but some are even thanking you for your patience. They're telling us that they really appreciate it. The reality is, businesses are shorthanded today, all industries, from grocery stores, medical services. I see this in the skilled trade. I also see it in automotive repair industry as well. Everyone is trying to get all the work done. So, and they don't have the staff. So no wonder why everyone is in overload. They all feel it. So here's what's happening. I really want to break this down. I call this the feeling. What's going on right now is hurry up and wait. Hurry up. Put your order in, schedule an appointment, do all this, but then it's now you have to wait. So we're asked to make appointments and then we have to wait. A good example of this would be like medical appointments. Sometimes it takes a while to get in because they're shorthanded. Even going to a bank and having to talk to a banker. Now you have to make an appointment. Usually the offices are empty in a bank. And then what happens is we may even be asked last minute to reschedule due to the shortage of employees. They have less people on their team. Another thing that happens is their process is slower because of the lack of people. So lines are longer and there's a little bit of frustration and confusion as to who's supposed to be doing what. Or you may see someone kind of standing on the side and you don't know why they're not kind of like jumping in and helping. People are doing more without the proper training or resources. So a lot of times people are actually asked to step in and help out when they haven't really had the training or don't even have the resources needed to do that job or, to fill that role. So that's a real challenge. So is this something that we just have to get through? Or is this a new way of working and living? Time is going to tell, right? I mean, share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think? Here's what I say. Don't whine, blame, or complain about it. The fact is That's what's going on today. We have to adapt. So while others complain, you can actually get things done. And really, that, my friends, is a competitive edge because most people aren't thinking that way. Most people are not operating that way. So, how do we handle this today? Let others hope and wish for something different. But here are some things that you can do. So, the first thing I suggest is have a real reality check. And we have to think about how we're going to operate, how we're going to function, how we're going to focus day to day. The first thing is plan better. Allow more time for everything. Don't wait until the last minute. Plan on everything taking longer than it did in the past. Plan on allowing more time. Everything from travel, to your dated things that you have to do, buyers, vendors, all of that. Allow more time and plan better. Maybe even have multiple people that you deal with. If you had one person, now maybe have multiple suppliers, vendors. Do a little research. Develop people. You may want to consider cross-training your team. The more they know and can apply, the better. So if they know it, they understand it, and they can use it, they can apply it, it's better for everyone. It's a win-win. Win for your customers, your team, and for your business. And part of this reality check is to expect to wait. Have a plan B or a plan ready. This reduces stress and increases productivity. So if you're working on one job and it's not going well and there's a delay, is there another job? Is there another project that you can put into the works and start? Like, think about that. Create a list of things that can be done during that downtime, during that waiting time, so you and your team can still be productive. What are the things that you haven't had a chance to get to because you're always so busy? Create that list and have that backup plan. And this really does reduce stress and increase productivity. So, is this the way of the future? I don't know. What do you think? I'm curious. But there are things that you do have control over. When you're dealing with other businesses, now you have to check for business hours because they may not have the same business hours. They may have shortened them. They may have been reduced, or businesses may not have staff during lunch. In my world, people have said that they don't have drivers. So that's been a real challenge. So the idea is you have to do your due diligence. You have to question, you have to ask questions, and you have to find these things out so that you can be better prepared to serve your customers. The second thing that you can do is really develop or hone your patience skills. And I suggest you start with yourself because we are really hard on ourselves as business owners. And there is a lot of risk and there is a lot of responsibility. So start being patient with yourself. The solution may be really seeing the value of patience and sharing that with your team. So I want to give you a few things to help you with that. One of them is work smarter, not harder. Look for ways to be more efficient and productive. And do that by collaborating with your team. Don't let it all fall on you because your team may have some really good ideas. Listen to them, hear them out, see what they have to say. Have patience. Don't cut anyone off. Let them talk. Another one is live in the moment. When you're not at work, enjoy your personal time with your family and your friends. Many owners don't do that. And when I say really enjoy that time, don't be distracted. Turn off all your distractions. Don't be on your phone. Don't be checking emails. Really be present and enjoy that time. And lastly, spend your time wisely. And what I mean by that is there are many things in other areas of your life that you've probably put on the back burner because your business has taken up so much of your time. So focus on your health, your sleep, your eating, ways for you to unwind and refuel. Have a routine of stress reducing activities. You know what works for you. It may be a run, it may be just going for a walk. Little things like that, maybe being in your yard or your garden for just a short period of time, can really help you unwind or refuel. So, whatever it is that works for you, spend that time wisely doing that. And I want to share with you a pro tip. A pro tip would be pro thinking. So think differently. The more prepared you are, the better able you can handle you're better prepared and you're better able to handle challenges and change. So you can't eliminate challenges, you can't eliminate change. It's going to happen, but it can help you navigate through it and come out stronger on the other side of it. That's a huge thing. When you start using pro thinking, you're not doing and being stuck in the whining, blaming, and complaining, but saying, okay, what can we actually do? That is really pro level thinking. So I'm curious, what works best for you? What's a really good activity that you could share in the group that would be good to reduce stress or even refuel you? I'm curious to know that because we can all learn from each other by sharing. And if you find this valuable, I would appreciate you sharing it with another business owner that you know. So that's it for Business Leadership in 15 minutes. I look forward to next week and have an enjoyable week.